Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup number 16. This is going to be a game from Group D between cowofschmau and OrbNet. This is one that I'm really looking forward to, alright? Steve Jobs killed DOK. Saving myself for Homeworld 3. You know what? I can respect that. I can respect that. But yeah, this is a match I'm really excited to see between cowofschmau and OrbNet. cowofschmau, I am being reminded by chat just now, did win her matches against Frog, so that is going to give chances for the advancement into the upper bracket for her. But this is going to be a difficult game to win. Let me check our info.txt here. It's going to be Savant versus Conef on Firebase Krill and then on Canyon Outpost. There seems to be some mismatching of the game order here. We might be watching game 2 first, but yeah, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Looks like the factions are staying the same either way. And Orb is going to pick Firebase Krill and cowofschmau going to pick Canyon Outpost. He is a tough competitor. Now, if you remember, this guy 3-0'd Descara just randomly, which is pretty cool. He's playing the vanilla Savant pose. You'll love to see it. Bring the red. Always a fan. And cowofschmau is going for some really strong eco here, actually, on the back of what looks to be some sort of rush. We do have blast drones being built, but Sandskimmer Fab is only just now starting. Because there are, 7 salvagers here. She really needs to, I think, take a game off of OrbNet, or at least off of... Well, let me think. If she 2-0 Strike, she can be fine losing both games here, but that's kind of sticky. I think she kind of needs to take a game off of OrbNet here in order to have good chances for the upper bracket, so... Indeed, that's new as well. But yeah, we're gonna have to see what she can do here. Obviously, like I said, OrbNet is no easy opponent. Blast Drone is in tow, but there's no skims yet, so this attack is kind of a bit fake, right? Because if the Blast Drone blows up here, it's not going to kill the Salvagers on its own. I think the main base probably should be the target here. You do have to watch out for ALMs. They're not powered up for OrbNet just yet, but I'm sure they will be if the attack comes onto the main. But yeah, we need more Sand Skimmers, because the Sand Skimmers are going to allow the Blast Drone damage to be capitalized on. Otherwise, you get that hit and then you don't really kill anything. Then again, we could go in with 2 blast drones and see what happens, but... This is why Majir, when he does this build, he likes to just make the Sand Skimmers right away, like literally first, second of game, he takes Sand Skimmer Fab. Yeah, Tom was gone for a while, but he came back. Agam and Descara aren't in the tournament, so that's a little bit sad, but... Empty solo, yeah. I think, anyway. I don't know, I don't play many 3v3s, so I'm not exactly sure, I suppose. By the way, LEV Armor 1 coming out, that's interesting. I think, normally you wouldn't do this off one production line, but it must be a response to the blast drones. He's saying, yeah, I'm gonna need this to keep my LEVs alive. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. The blast drones are too close together, so... Both of them blow up there, and they only get like 1 LEV kill, I think. The ALMs are doing some very good defense here. Check the units lost tab to be sure. Yeah, 4-1. I mean, that might end the game right there, because, again, OrbNet is on 2 base already. cowofschmau is getting her second PC, though. Assault Ship Fab looks like going to be the call. This might still be doable, but this is not looking great. And yes, Maze, very much so. A lot of the folks in the 3v3 crowd have actually started joining the tournaments, and they play Jaraci Cups and stuff. They play on patch, obviously, in 1v1, but they never play on patch in 3v3, so... Less divided than before, but still definitely there's a divide there. And yes, that's exactly what's happened. Artifact gonna get picked up. So, cowofschmau gonna try to do something with her field control that she's got here. I like this, I like this. This is a reference to some stupid drama that happened on the Discord recently. Anyway, this fight can't really be won for cowofschmau because there's more LEVs and they have armor 1, so this is definitely a little bit desperation here. Maybe if you had the blast drone in tow, this might be doable, but... Assault Ship Fab is finished though, so I mean, I would be canceling all of this crap. You can't use this. and yeah, start building some assault ships instead. But it looks like we're in the meat grinder here. Oh my gosh, that's a blast drone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't see that either, so I don't blame Orb for missing that one. Would be nice to pick off these units that are at like less than 10 health, but you know. Yeah, but still, you gotta cancel the skims and start making assault ships, otherwise this tech looks a little silly. Yeah, some things never change, eh, Maze? Definitely not cowofschmau's gender. Oh, snap. Anyway, yeah, still no assault ships on the queue here. Looks like we might just be going back for ref mode. One artifact does extract, which is good. But I think that OrbNet has got a pretty easy game from here. I think if I were him, I'd just be trying to expand up onto 3. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. You play this game enough, you come to learn that this queue has to be a support cruiser. But yeah, that's how you know you've put in too many hours. So yeah, ref mode will come out eventually, although it's taking a while to get the money for it. But and this is a lot of skims. I think cowofschmau has got sort of the requisite defense here. As long as she starts building some assault ships, but the problem is that like by the time she can finish ref mode, I think that OrbNet is already going to be on 3, and he'll be making his tech choice for whatever he wants to go for in the late game. BCs? You know, I would like to see that. That's kind of what OrbNet is known for, right? Hero LAV trying to chase away the giant blob of skims, by the way. But if I were cowofschmau, I would actually not be doing this. She needs these back at home to defend. And while you're chasing this one LAV, you have no idea where all the other ones are. Like, they could all be down here, where they'll do more damage than the skims, because there's, you know, 5 more of them, and they have some ups. Kana Siege can be the tech choice for cowofschmau. I can appreciate that. She's pressing the win button. But that actually makes BCs look even better. So, we'll see what OrbNet goes for. It looks like he's got all the money in the world right now. He's actually just taking LEV ups. It's kind of surprising. Ref mode just finished, I heard. But like I said, look, we're already on 3 base for Orb, so sure enough. True to my prediction, that is going to be what happens. Hey, and it is BC Fab. Good, good. You know, when you got a player who's known for something, you want to see him do it, alright? You don't want to see him... You don't want to see him do something new. That's boring. You want to see him do what he's known for. Anyway. Bit of a premature evacuation of the base there. Looks like you figured it out. Uh-oh. Here come the skims on the main, though. Actually, cowofschmau has kind of pulled a fast one here. Manages to kill off one of the logistics modules, but the salves are the real target. Let's get one here. That's good. That's really good from cowofschmau. This is not so good, though, actually. Maybe I take it back. Because the LEVs have boosts, they can just chase these guys down, so... She's losing a lot for that one salvager. But still, it was kind of a cool idea. Kind of Siege Fab is done. Those units are a bit expensive, but I'm sure we'll see one in just a moment here. Salvagers? No. You can't be building this right now out of the carrier. You just can't, alright? Look at this giant blob of LEVs, and they know where they're going, alright? You gotta be building kind of siege. Ah! Okay, at least we do have some assault ships out, which is gonna help on the defense here, but this is not good. This is not good. Armor 1 teching as well. That's essential, especially because these guys do have the damage ups, so they'll make these unupgraded assault ships just look like paper. It's actually a assault cruiser or a support cruiser anti-air as well. Well, you're not wrong. Oh! See, oh gosh, right? Because look, he's actually backing away. He should just be driving right in here and killing everything. he doesn't have the infinite caster vision, of course, but you know, if there was a kind of siege, you would see it and back away. So it's not bad for him to poke in and check. He sees one assault ship. That's not going to do anything. Like these LAVs are powerful, and I love the little flank there as well, by the way. Yeah, he gets up on the high ground. Look at this. I mean, these things just melt away. They actually have armor 1 right now, but you need Con of Siege, which he could have had, or she could have had by now, by the way. But, you know, building salvagers for some reason. Yeah, it's you hate to see it, but it happens. And over on this side, it looks like the LAVs are gonna win, what with them being fully upgraded and all. But all the salvagers are dead on the main. OrbNet is focusing cowofschmau's carrier. Yeah, I don't think he can do that, but this kind of siege is actually like getting killed by LAVs. Once it starts shooting, yeah, you'll see. This is not a fight that LAVs can win. OrbNet's gonna try for it, but you really can't win this, can you? Oh my gosh. No, you can't win this. And this thing, of course, will heal up all the damage that it takes, being a Gaussian unit, so... We're making Maze happy, that's for sure. So I think that Orb kind of overplayed his hand. He killed all of the salvagers. He should have just left with the LAVs after that. But hey, whatever. He's still in a great position here. He's got BC tech done. I'm sure he's building them right now. He's teching some carrier power and he's moving out. Yeah, I agree with Frog there. And his bases are a little bit undefended, but... You know, the story of the game is going to be cowofschmau's carrier exploding in a few minutes here, so it doesn't really matter. Battle cruisers, good units, if you didn't know. Carrier mobility coming out too, you'll have to see it. And if I were Orb, maybe I'd try to supplement this with, you know, a couple of support cruisers or something. He's actually canceling mobility for power 2, by the way, so maybe he wants the damage more than he wants the speed, but I would go for mobility instead. And it looks like the battlecruiser actually for now is going back to the bases, so he's gonna try and keep his side alive. It always feels a little risky to all in, but I mean he kills the carrier here, so if I were him I would just drive right in. Worst case scenario, you're base trading, but I really don't think that's gonna happen. You're just gonna kill your opponent there. TJ would be really nice here, by the way. Keep this base runner alive. Yeah, there it is. Well done. And this kind of siege kind of looks like paper as well, and this is why I'm saying that the story of the game is going to be cowofschmau exploding, because this is a very deadly threat that OrbNet is popping here. Probably wants to delete this one now. There we go. Kind of siege did not die to cowofschmau's credit. She managed to keep this alive. And this attack is being annoying. I mean, it's actually drawing one of the BCs from the front line away, which is huge, but yeah, I just don't think it's going to matter. Kind of siege should use the barrage while it's behind the hill, by the way. You might as well. Just get a little bit of damage going. And carrier missiles will always be nice here too, but this is a beefy attack to try to fight off. That being said, Savant Carrier is taking a lot of damage here. It'd be nice to power up the armor and, you know, keep this alive. Oh, this kind of sieve just about gets away. Again, the barrage can be used. Okay, there we go. This is a good barrage angle, so might as well. Oh, that siege cruiser was not long for the war. Bit of carrier misrotation, I guess. cowofschmau was facing this way, so the kind of siege popped out into danger and blew up. Yeah, you can see what's going on here. It ain't looking good. And there is going to be a BC from the other flank as well. Oh, I love this, by the way. Look, the third base got killed, so OrbNet is like, yeah, I can't bring that SC back to the base exactly, so I'll just have it come with the attack on this side. I love that. Very heads up, you know? Very heads up. This BC here can smoke when it needs help, but it wants to do it out of vision, so it just doesn't get missed to death by the Conf carrier, by the way. So that's why he's backing away before he smokes. And I think we all know the outcome by now. As another kind of siege cruiser ends up falling to the depravity of the Saban forces. Down goes another one. And now all that's left is clean up the carrier. I mean, it would be nice if OrbNet would, like, target the carrier, but eventually he'll figure that out, I'm sure. Oh, he's playing with his food. Look, he's smoking at the BCs to heal them right now as if he needs that at the moment. There we go, cowofschmau does fall. And OrbNet will take game number 1, or possibly 2, because these games might have been posted in the wrong order, but that's no matter. We'll move on to the next one, and we'll call that game 2. Again, faction picks staying this. Oh, I just loaded up Canyon. Yeah, that tells us this was game 2 indeed. Okay, so we're actually gonna watch game 1 in a second, but yeah, whatever. Faction picks are gonna stay the same, but OrbNet grabs Firebase Krill for game 2. Put in your flaming fish references, if you must. And we'll see if cowofschmau does anything differently here. Actually, to me, that's a little bit disappointing, because you'd think, like, oh, okay, game 1, I tried for the rush, but I did it wrong, I'll correct it for game 2. But if this was game 1, actually, then I don't have much faith that the rush will be performed better this time. Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be the same call here. Again, going 7-up on the salvagers is pretty greedy. But, you know, we'll see if OrbNet had done anything differently. Perhaps this rush will work, so it's not entirely impossible that this will find some results, but we'll just have to wait and see. You'll just have to wait until after the test. But yeah, the reason I was saying this is probably not great is because Sandskim Fab gets delayed by a lot. So it's just now gonna get started once, once she clicks on that button. And so when the first blast drone comes out, you don't have any follow-ups, you have to wait for the second one, and that gives your opponent a lot of time to make something happen. By the way, it's SC first for Orb, he doesn't use a probe, so this is actually best case scenario for Cow, I would say. Because there's obviously not a whole lot of vision of what's coming up. Yeah, Sandskim Fab's still not done, and this is why I think it's probably best to get Sandskim Fab earlier if you're going to go with this sort of attack. Second blast drone will be good though, which, yep, sure enough, she does pick. And OrbNet did go for LAVs right away, so he's building some of those now. And he's going to see the attack here. So I think that for cowofschmau, the timer is on. Second blast drone is going to take a long time to finish, though. I mean, I feel like what you need to be doing is coming in with the 1 BD, blowing up the base, and then using skims to finish it off. And you just don't have enough yet, so... We'll see, though. If if OrbNet kind of falls asleep at the wheel here, this might still work, but... It's a little tough. I feel like the timing window is short, and it's closing very rapidly here. Skims are going to try to trade, but they can't fight this because there's ALMs out in the field. But here's the second blast drone. I think you got to go now if you're going to go at all. Ooh, don't wait. This is going to get worse before it gets better. You can start ref mode as well, but you need to go in and make the attack happen right now. Uh-oh. Okay, here come the blast drones. Don't detonate on LAVs now. Don't do it. Okay, good. Blow up on the salvagers. Now you gotta finish the kills. No, not like this. Oh. I think that 1 salvager died somehow, because there's 5 on this base. I'm pretty sure there were 6 before, but it's just not good enough. And not only that, but obviously OrbNet can now follow with the counterattack. Ref mode hasn't started yet, which is not good. Yeah, I'm not a believer. What can I say? Not a believer. And OrbNet just sitting pretty on 2 base, by the way. I mean, he's fine here. Skims are in the meat grinder, like you know. Only hope for cowofschmau is kind of to get a really nice blast drone hit off right here. He does have, or she does have the 2 PCs though, so that's helpful. But yeah, base run is gonna die before it can pop the blast drones. So that's not exactly good. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, this kind of just looks like game over here. There's actually no tech this time either, so we're also going to see the skims just continue to spawn out in the meat grinder here, and eventually the PC should die if OrbNet is willing to prosecute. Looks like he's going for salvagers instead. I can appreciate that. Also, there's an invisible unit that he's shooting at, I guess. That's interesting. It happens sometimes in the replays. Just DOK being a flawless game, you know? Yeah, the Conf are experimenting with their stealth technology, that's all. Okay, we do have ref mode started for cowofschmau. She really does need some kind of tech as well. Actually, you could go 3 PC here, I guess, technically. But I would not pick that as my answer. Also, fleet cap somehow, that's not good. When ref mode is teching, can't get more fleet capacity. Also, why is the carrier shouldn't be moving until ref mode is done, because you're kind of killing your eco here. I definitely agree with Ayim over there. Oh. It smells something really good. I think my roommate is cooking bread. Yeah, actually, apparently this is game 1. We discovered that after watching game... yeah, after watching game 2. That's weird to say, but it's true. No, but you're definitely right. Like, you need to get the skims earlier, and I think that the first time that this rush didn't work should have kind of demonstrated that for game 2. But... well, mistakes were made. The group stage is often a learning place. Unfortunately, that really is bad for cowofschmau's chances to the upper bracket. I think, let me go ahead and check the seeding. Yeah, Shrike is above her. So, if you want to advance to upper bracket, now what cowofschmau needs is, first off, to win both games against Shrike, and that's already kind of a hard ask. Shrike is not a terrible player, you know? He really isn't. And then after that, you need Frog to beat Shrike in one of his games, and OrbNet has to beat Shrike 2-0. Because the only way that you can advance is if you don't tie with Shrike. So this is definitely a little bit of an ask, you know. We'll see. I mean, maybe it could happen, but I really am not a believer here. Yeah, this game is just beyond over, by the way. I wonder what OrbNet is going for. Nothing. It's like, haven't I won? Aren't you gonna press the GG button here? He's waiting patiently. If I were him, I'd do something stupid like go fighter and gunship and then build 3 bombers and just blow my opponent up for fun. Ooh, nice hit. That's a lot of LAVs though. That is a lot of LAVs. Kind of nothing is happening. I'm confused. Yeah, I mean, Orb wants to actually press the attack here because he clearly wins this, right? It's 20-7 on the strikecraft count. Jeez. So I think he's playing a little passive here, but you know, when you're this far ahead, you can kind of get away with anything, so... Carrier systems, oh my gosh. I think OrbNet is having some fun here. SC anti-air? What? Okay, now you really don't need that. You can actually see your opponent doesn't have a soul chip tech yet, so there's really no need to... Really no need to even think that he has air. Let alone that he could have the money to build them off of one base. Oh well, he wants to be ready, you know? He wants to be ready. It's prophylaxis to the extreme. Cowofschmau is moving on to 2 base, by the way. It's gonna be Railgun Fab. I think probably you needed assault chips here, but... You know, again, when you're this far behind, it's pretty hard to make anything work. Although, I'll tell you this, do not move out, alright? Once you leave the base, your opponent just kills everything again, so... Cowofschmau getting a little bit lucky that her opponent is not, being a bit more proactive with these LAVs. When you're on defense mode, you gotta be on defense mode, right? You can't be pressing the attack when you know that you'll lose it, so... Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, carrier is unlocked, so it's moving out across the field here. It's interesting, but there it is. Assault cruiser anti-air. Just in case. Just in case there are more non-existent air units here. That's hilarious. Yeah, OrbNet is totally just letting Cowofschmau like rebuild her infrastructure. This is hilarious. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but you know, he does still have a powerful attack coming with the ACs. But in general, I'd say you don't want to let your opponent get back into the game. But maybe he's trying to spice things up a bit. You know, he wants a challenge. He doesn't want to just end it so quick. Something like that. By the way, I like to use the overcharge ability after these guys spawn back here. They can get here a little bit faster, and then their ability will be back up by that time. Actually, Cowofschmau did not see them either, which is a little bit unfortunate for her. Alright, OrbNet, show us what you got. Is this an AC too? Yeah. So he's got 3 of them. Coming from 2 angles. And he's got the carrier power set up. I mean, I'm kind of overanalyzing here. His army is way bigger than Cowofschmau, so there's no chance that this could ever go wrong for him, you know? But still, he's taking it real tactically, you know? Overcharge used, looks like he's going in. There's actually 2 heavy railguns here, so these assault cruisers are taking a lot of damage. There's 4 heavy railguns now. Okay, so one of them is gonna die immediately. Actually, the skin gets the kill too. The second one's gonna go down as well, but here come the LAVs. Yeah, I'm not sure minimizing casualties was the goal. If so, he's not doing terribly well here. Oh boy. Double AC on the carrier though, that should be a kill. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know what Orb was doing, but Well, after much ado, there is the game. That is going to be OrbNet 2-0ing cowofschmau. And we'll move on to the next one. Thanks for watching if you stayed through this whole thing. Oh boy.